This young girl possessed such an extraordinary power that when she burned her tongue with fire, it wouldn't sustain any injury, and when she cut her hand, the wound would miraculously heal by itself in just a moment. However, to preserve her beauty and youthful appearance, she needed to consume human blood. Otherwise, she could become weak and potentially perish. These transformations in Jenny's body commenced a month ago. Jenny was once the most beautiful cheerleader at school. All the boys at school were solely captivated by her, but Jenny had no interest in any of them. Her only companion at school was a bespectacled girl. Today, Jenny requests the bespectacled girl to accompany her to her favorite band's concert, but the bespectacled girl has no interest in attending the concert. She consents to attend the concert for Jenny's sake. Jenny was unaware that the band members were rather notorious because when she went to obtain a beverage, the band members were making inappropriate remarks about her appearance. Chashmish overheard their conversation and advised Jenny to maintain a distance from them. But Jenny was indifferent. Instead, she began to argue with Chashmish. As the concert commenced, the atmosphere intensified, and suddenly a fire erupted behind the stage. Within moments, the fire spread rapidly and everyone began rushing towards the exit. Chashmish managed to pull Jenny out. Both were extremely terrified. Then the band's lead singer approached and offered to take them to a secure location and coerced Jenny into consuming alcohol. The man forcibly compels her to consume the drink. Chashmish realized that the boy's intentions were indeed not good, but despite her friend's warnings, Jenny proceeds to get into the band member's vehicle. This was destined to be the final encounter between Chashmish and Jenny. Then upon returning home, Chashmish promptly calls her boyfriend and begins providing him with information about the band member's vehicle for Jenny's safety. Just then, the doorbell rings. She cautiously checks the door, but no one is outside. As she turns back inside, she is suddenly frightened to see Jenny. Jenny's body is covered in blood, and Chashmish is completely stunned because Jenny appeared nothing short of a demon. She commenced extracting a substantial amount of food from the refrigerator and began to expel a dark, viscous substance. Witnessing this, Chashmish attempted to contact law enforcement, but Jenny intervened and halted her actions. Chashmish was profoundly alarmed by Jenny's bizarre conduct, yet the following day at school, Jenny appeared to be entirely normal. Chashmish was firmly convinced that the blood she had observed the previous day was genuine. Although Jenny refrained from discussing it, Jenny was gradually transforming, which left Chashmish utterly astonished. She confided in her boyfriend about the situation, but he dismissed her concerns, suggesting she was simply overanalyzing. Perhaps it wasn't blood, but merely tomato ketchup. However, Chashmish was undeniably correct because Jenny had now become completely... Jenny, who usually didn't pay attention to anyone at school, suddenly started enticing the chubby guy with her gestures and led him into the forest. The chubby guy thought it would be a fun adventure in the forest, but things took a dark turn. All the animals suddenly began to gather, which made the chubby guy sense something was wrong. But by then it was too late. Jenny attacked him and drained all his blood. Hearing his screams, a teacher came into the forest and was terrified by the scene. The chubby guy's body was completely hollow from the inside. His death alerted the police, creating an atmosphere of fear throughout the school. After drinking the blood, Jenny bathed in the lake to clean herself. No one knew that behind Jenny's beautiful face was a fierce monster. In fact, the day Jenny was in a state of unconsciousness with the band members, the four boys took her into a forest. Jenny pleaded with them to let her go, but the boys tied her up and brought her near a waterfall. The four boys were planning to sacrifice Jenny to the devil so that their band could become famous. However, Jenny was not pure. After they killed her, she fell under the control of the devil and drained the blood of the four boys, sending them to their demise.